Hello and welcome. My name is Dan Dowling. I'm the Regional Communications Manager for the Red Cross of Northern New England, and we are talking Volunteer Month. Red Cross Volunteer Month is in April, and with 90% of our workforce volunteers, it's certainly a big time of the year for us. We celebrate our volunteers, we lift them up and thank them for all the hard work they do, and we can always use more volunteers. And with me today is Matt Williams, and that is his gig. He's a senior volunteer recruitment specialist for the Red Cross of Northern New England. Matt, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me today, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, Volunteer Month, big time of year. The Red Cross is part of the world's largest humanitarian network. We have over 16 million volunteers worldwide. And as I said, we're supported by our volunteers with 90% of our workforce. Tell us a little bit about your job, what you do, and how you get people excited about volunteering.
Yeah, so my role is the senior volunteer recruitment specialist for New Hampshire and for Vermont. And so my role is to travel across those two states and bring volunteers in to help us with our mission. We do that a lot of different ways. We reach out via social media and different websites. I'll be at different tabling events, a lot of community events, whether it's colleges or fairs, whatever it might be. And then even just some simple, putting flyers up in supermarkets or libraries, really anywhere that people gather, we're trying to get the word out that we have a need and that there's a space for you here with the Red Cross.
Absolutely. There's, lots of opportunities for people to volunteer out there, lots of very good nonprofits that are all doing great work. And we talk to prospective volunteers, what kind of things are you talking to them about? How do you get them interested in specifically working for the Red Cross?
Yeah, well, as you can see, even some reasons that we love to bring them in to volunteer is one, explore your interests. There's so many people who, whether they have a working from home job or they're out in the community each day, sometimes they want the opposite. And so I love finding out what their interests are. Is it, you sit behind a desk all day, so you want to get out and get your hands a little dirty? We have a job for you. Do you enjoy working in mental health, or do you enjoy working and being a welcoming face? Whatever it is, whatever skills that you have, we love to bring you in and help you out. Two, meet new friends. We absolutely love the crew that we have, the volunteers, the staff. It's absolutely an amazing group that we get to work with each and every day. And we just love to help people plug in, find those new communities, find those new friends, and really feel a part of something maybe a little larger than themselves. The third one, do more good. Honestly, there's a lot of people. It's been really wonderful to see in the last decade or so. More people want to volunteer, especially even the younger generation. They really want to be a part of something bigger, and they want to give back. And so being able to be a part of the Red Cross and do more good has been something that's really encouraged a lot of people to reach out and want to engage. And number four, it goes without saying, but help the community. So many individuals feel helped by their community. And so they want to give back. Again, being a part of that community and on the local space, whether it's your hometown or a place you just moved to. We've seen people who have just moved into the region say, I want to be connected with this new town I'm a part of. What opportunities do you have in this space? And so it's really wonderful just to help get them connected and help them volunteer. So I love what I get to do. I love my job because again, it's working with people, highly relational, and just really helping people connect their skills and their abilities to amazing work.
Absolutely, Matt. And in my time with Red Cross here, with so many volunteers holding up our organization, you really have to be good at taking care of your volunteers and making sure they're in the right spot and doing the right things and being happy and fulfilled with the work that they do. And whenever I talk to people out in the community about the Red Cross, I always say there's a volunteer opportunity for you, no matter what your interests are, who you are, what your capacities are. There's always something going on. But I know there are certain positions that the Red Cross is certainly looking to really bolster up, depending on, according to the need that we have. And maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Sure thing. Yeah, there's always a role for each and every person out there, as I was just saying. But some of the highlights, some of the biggest needs that we have across our region. And again, our region is both New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. But first up is blood donor ambassador. We nicknamed the BDAs, blood donor ambassadors. These are the individuals that are at blood drives all across our region, and they're really the hospitality side of a blood drive. You're not taking any blood. You're not actually, interacting with the patients in that way, or the donors. You are the person that checks them in when they first are there. You greet them. You're a warm smile, make them feel at home. And then you're also with them afterwards. After they've donated, you're helping with the snacks and the canteen, making sure that they're safe as they've just donated. So again, just having time to converse with them and make them feel a part and just thank them for what they've done. So if you're, again, a warm smile, warm personality, love greeting people, this could be a wonderful role for you.
Yeah, our blood donor ambassadors are usually the first person you see when you walk in and the last person you see when you head out. And if you're the type of person that really wants to be that contact type of person and be social and welcoming, I think that these are certainly great opportunities for you. And we have blood drives all over our region, so it's not just at our donor centers, but wherever we go, there's always opportunities for people to be that, like you said, that warm, welcoming smile that greets people in. But what else do we have at the Red Cross?
So one of the other lines of service we have is disaster. Unfortunately, disasters do happen across our country and within our region. So we have our disaster action team. These are individuals who are, again, across our region, stepping up and stepping into those situations. Unfortunately, we had the Lewiston shooting, we've had the Vermont floods in this last year, and our disaster action teams have really stepped up into those opportunities to help serve those communities and serve those people. We also have opportunities that are, not during a disaster, things like home fire, where we are actually going into homes and installing smoke detectors, trying to be preventative of home fires. But also home fires is probably the number one disaster that we respond to across the nation. Unfortunately, people have fires in their homes, they lose their homes, and our disaster action team goes and, again, takes care of the individuals, takes care of the families, makes sure they're cared for, supported for, as they're going through this horrible situation that's just happened to them. And so, again, if you're someone who's, comfortable going into those situations, again, always trained, always safe. You're not going into any fires, any buildings, but you are showing up to those scenes to care for the people, to care for the individuals who've gone through that situation.
Yeah, well said, Matt. And the Red Cross responds to 65,000 disasters in the United States every year, and you see the big ones on TV: the hurricanes, the floods, the wildfires. But like you said, it's the home fires that are the most common disasters, that we respond to. And sometimes it's just that warm, welcoming person, to help you, as you're dealing with all this. You see people on some of their worst days of their lives when they lose everything. And just to be someone with a blanket or a comfort kit, and help provide assistance to that person in that emergency situation to help make the next step, connect them with the right agencies, can be a tremendous fulfilling feeling, to be there, to be that person and to really help. And certainly is a needed position we have here at the Red Cross. But well said on those items there. Now, there's lots of other things I know the Red Cross is doing as well. Can you maybe touch on maybe a couple of other things that the people might be able to take advantage of at the Red Cross?
Sure. Yeah. There's plenty of lines of service that need help, from training services, service to the armed forces. Myself, I'm with volunteer services. So I would be remiss if I didn't at least say, hey, we always need recruiters. I live in New Hampshire, but if someone's in Vermont, New Hampshire, even Maine, would love to talk to them about doing some of the work that myself and my team get to do. There's also some great remote opportunities where you don't have to go and travel anywhere. Some of those are screeners, the individuals who interview our incoming volunteers. Really have a great conversation with prospective volunteers and find out what skills do you have, where would be the best place to plug in, and then refer them over to their supervisor. And then duty officer is another one. It's another disaster one. It's the person who's kind of liaisoning, the person who gets the emergency call from some of our community partners and then activates those disaster action teams. Calls up those individuals saying, hey, we have a home fire over in this town. Would you be able to go over and be there for that community, be there for that family? And so, again, it's more of a person who's able to be at home and be on call to take those phone calls. So, again, some great opportunities, whether you want to be in the community or even just from your own home.
Nice. And if we're going to talk about the need for volunteers, I'm going to put in a plug for my team as well. I'm a communications manager, and we cover a three-state region, just like you do, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. But we have communication volunteers who like to write articles about our volunteers and our staff and some of our opportunities. We have photographers, we have social media experts, who like to help us create content for our channels. And certainly there's, like I said, there's something there for everyone, and it's easy to get involved and really make a difference. So Matt, we've got a virtual volunteer fair coming up in just a little bit. Can you tell me about what that is and what people can expect from that?
Yes, the virtual volunteer fair is Thursday, April 25th. It goes from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And really, this is just the first step into the Red Cross. If you don't know really much about Red Cross at all, it's highly informational. So we'll talk about what the different lines of service are, talk really about the Red Cross, who we are, what our mission is, what our values are. It's kind of Red Cross 101. So if you've never even engaged with the Red Cross before, this is a great place to just get that toe step into the water to learn a little bit more about us. And then just like today, I'll be able to chat a little bit about what are the biggest opportunities we have in the region and hopefully get more people to apply and join us. So if you have any interest, would love to see you there. I'll be the one hosting. And so you already have the friendly face that you're going to be meeting on that Thursday. So I'd love to see you there.
And for those watching, we'll put that flyer in our social media so that you can access the QR code. You can click on the link and you can easily be able to find Matt when we have our virtual volunteer fair coming up real soon. So once I'm interested in volunteering, I sign up to volunteer. What happens next? How do I get from here to right in doing what I want to do?
Yeah. So step one, like you said, is applying. And after that, you'll get in touch with our screening team. As I mentioned before, they're the ones who will interview you, have a conversation, really talk about, who are you? What are your skills? What are your abilities? Potentially, what jobs have you had in the past? Do you want a role in the Red Cross that is similar to that or something completely different? As I said, some people who work from home want to be out in the community and vice versa. And so those screeners will really just take the time and care to walk with you through that conversation and help identify, we think this is the best role for you, but also based on the needs that we have within the region. From there, they'll refer you over to a supervisor within that line of service. So if it was a blood donor ambassador, they'd assign you over, refer you to let's say Ken Stone, who's in the Southern New Hampshire area. And he would be then responsible for getting you trained up to be a BDA, making sure you have everything you need, checking in with you. They then become your primary person that you're talking with, your supervisor. So, and at that point, you're off and running. And if you want to take on other roles, other responsibilities, you're more than welcome to. But we'll start you off with one for sure. And then if you want to go further, of course, we'd love to have you help out more.
Absolutely. I mean, there's tremendous amounts of training, that are available to Red Cross volunteers. You can really use it as a personal growth opportunity to learn new skills, create new opportunities for yourself, both as a volunteer and as an individual, because the Red Cross really supports, the work that our volunteers do. And we wouldn't be who we are without our volunteers. So I think we really covered a lot today. And Matt, like you said at the beginning, think that there's a lot of people out there that are looking to make a difference, that are looking to find a cause to have an impact on the world around them. And, the Red Cross is a tremendous opportunity to do that. If anyone's interested in learning more online, you can go to redcross.org/volunteer, and it will get you back to us in Northern New England here, or wherever you may be, who are looking to find more opportunities and learning more about the volunteer program at the Red Cross. Matt, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think we've covered a lot today. I really appreciate the opportunity and looking forward to meeting you all soon. Love to have you join us.
Yep. It's a great opportunity, and I hope folks take advantage of it. And if you're watching this video and you liked what you saw, please like and share it with your own network and try to get more people interested in making a difference in volunteering for the Red Cross. It is April National Volunteer Month, and we're happy to celebrate and honor our volunteers who do so much great work for the community. So Matt, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank everyone for watching. Get out there and check out our website, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.